between the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Here's Willis on third and long. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. It was a quick throw completed by Willis. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
But we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Patriots at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Willis. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got Pruitt. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A toss left, Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cortland Sutton, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now it's 2nd and 9. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Bullock's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry, his 2nd sack of the night. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On first down, Willis. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try to win this ball game.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
3rd down, it's Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Jones. Setting up the screen, Harris. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd down at 7. To throw, here's Willis. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Willis. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Throwing Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd and 9, Willis. He completes this to Sutton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Willis. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 22.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Henry. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Harold Landry make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Titans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll roll him out right. Able to find Lazard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. Courtland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter. Tackled by Christian Fulton. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. So this one,